everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Mac Makes Stuff. I'm Mac and this is where I like to make stuff. And today I am so excited for today's video because today we're going to go through all the stuff that I made in the year of 2023. Yeah, so this is a very exciting video for me to do, just to kind of, you know, review everything that I made in the past year, kind of go over if I've been able to wear it anywhere yet. Yeah, just kind of, you know, try and see any trends and things like that. And some of these things have videos, some of them don't have videos or don't have videos yet. And I'll make sure to link those, and I'll try and remember to link any of the patterns as well if I can. Yeah, but without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna go for here is the first project video on my channel. This was my Lieutenant Uhura Star Trek cosplay. The skirt's in here as well. Fun, loved it. It was just a cute little pattern. I really liked the sleeves. Yeah, and so I haven't had the chance to wear this to a convention or anything yet. However, in the video, I said at the end that I wanted to try and repurpose this for a Secret World of Ariete cosplay, and I am in fact going to do that. You know, just kind of taking off this little gold accent, adding a couple of accessories, and I thought that would be a really fun Ariete costume. So the next one is a little bit bittersweet, and this is my Inej jacket from Shadow and Bone, which has been cancelled, unfortunately. But you know, I do like this cosplay quite a bit. It was really fun to kind of work out the mathematics of this jacket. I really loved the fabric and everything. I ended up finishing it really nicely. And it is also just a really nice, easy cosplay. I did wear this to a convention. I remember I had like flown back really early in the morning from a trip and then went basically straight to the convention. And this is really easy because you just kind of throw it on and there you go. Yeah, so I have a lot of fondness for this costume, and I'm really sad that it's not going to continue on in the show form, but oh well, these things happen. Right, so this one doesn't have a video yet, but if you watched my thrift haul video, you would know I talked about this silver dress that I thrifted, and I had this silver fabric that I wanted to make a cape to go with it. And I did that. I'm a woman of my word. So this is the capelet. I'm not going to talk too much about it because there will be a video for it, but I do love it. And you know, I'm currently in summertime, but I saw there was a trend of people like wearing their Christmas tree skirts as capes. So I love that. Please keep up that energy. By the time my winter rolls around, I will be back with the capes so we can maintain that cape momentum throughout the whole year, and we can bring capes back into the popular consciousness. Okay, team? Let's do this. Again, if you know anything about me, you know that I really love gingham. It's one of my favorite kind of patterns. So I have my two projects that I made for the gingham video. This was my Stitch Witch Tudor blouse with the tie hack, and then I made a pair of skorts to go with it. I'm really excited to wear the skorts now that it's summertime. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think the only thing is that the zipper in the side of the skorts, I think I might change it to an invisible zipper. I'm not sure yet if I have one that fits. And then the other project for that video was the Lydia and Naomi dream frock, but I made it as a shirt version. I'm also wearing it as a dress today. One of my favorite patterns. If you haven't made this pattern yet, really try it. It's just such a beautiful pattern. I've made it like 3 or 4 times already. Yeah, poofy sleeves. You know, I added shorting and a zipper in the back, a little frill, beautiful linen, beautiful yellow gingham. I just love everything about this. Alright, and so there should be a video out for this one by the time this video comes out. This is my Clowncore inspired dress. I haven't had the chance to wear this anywhere yet. However, I do love it very much and have a lot of fondness for it. Again, that project was really just it just wormed its way into my brain and I had to do something with it. So that was this project. Yeah, I love the collar, I love the bow. I love the lace. Yeah, and it's just a beautiful, fun, funky dress. And yeah, again, in the video, I was like, this is kind of ridiculous, and it still is kind of ridiculous, but I love it nonetheless. Ooh, okay, so this next one's really fun. So my boyfriend had an office party, and with his team costume, they were doing kind of a Britney Justin double denim moment. And so it was the day before he told me that he needed something for this. And he said, oh, just do something really casual and small, maybe like a tie or something, like a little accessory. Just something really low-key and simple. And I looked at him and I said, so instead I made him this patchwork denim vest. So this is like 3 different pairs of jeans that I patchworked together to make this vest. I think the pattern I used was like Sewing Bee, like men's vest or something. I'll try and link it down below. But yeah, and it was just a really fun project. I made it in a couple of hours. Just really happy with how it looks, how it turned out. And my favorite little detail is the little denim pocket watch stuck perpetually at the 10 o'clock meeting. I love adding little details like that, and yeah, it's just really cute, and I was really happy with it. So yeah, just a little fun, quick little day project for someone else. Okay, and so there are a couple accessories that I wanted to get into. This was the little pouch that I made for my kind of medieval Renaissance fair belt video. I did wear it to medieval fair. It's coming up again this year, so I'm excited to wear it once more. And since then, actually, I got a couple more accessories for the belt. See, I got this little hook thing that I can add an axe or something to, so I'm excited to use that this year. Yeah, but this was just very cute, very sweet, a fun little accessory, excited to make some more. I also made this pair of horns. They're not very secure. I just need to, I don't know, add a little bit of security or a tie or something like that. So there was a fairly large event that I went to this year in July, a masquerade ball. I was very excited to go. This was my first time participating, and so it was over the weekend, and there were 3 main events. It was kind of an under the sea Atlantis theme. There was a high tea, and then the actual ball. So how I decided to work with those themes was that I really wanted to focus on my costumes for the high tea and the ball. Those were the ones that I focused most of my time on. And then for the under the sea, the pattern that I was using was just one piece and with one seam. So I knew that I could do that fairly quickly. And if I did it like the day before, that would be fine. So when I show you these next 3 costumes, you'll notice one is kind of more low-key than the other 2, and that's why, because I decided to focus my energy on the 2 bigger events. So for my under the sea, we'll start with that one. These were the 2 items I made for that. So it's all one piece, and so basically your head goes through the middle and then it kind of drapes down the back. And so I had painted this like kind of water design on it. Yeah, and that was kind of my original idea, was that I was going to add like a bunch of sea creatures down the back. Yeah, but I didn't really end up having time, and that's okay. And then just to go with it a little extra, I made this little corselet, and I painted this little scale design on it. Yeah, so if you watch my Bridgerton UFO dress, you know that I finished that Regency dress, and in that video I said that I would make a Spencer to go with it, and that's exactly what I did. I made this purple Spencer to go with my Regency dress, and it is just, I'm so happy with this. Like, just, there is a video hopefully coming for this one. I did like a lot of hand stitching on it. And finally, my ball gown. So it was based on the movie The Labyrinth, because they have a masquerade ball scene. In the movie, there's that little plant that has eyeballs, and so I thought that I'd try and like incorporate that into my dress. So I did. It's a little bit more scary and unsettling than I had originally anticipated. But I think it worked out really well. So I really love this. I think it's gorgeous. I have a little bit more of the ruffles from this thrifted dress, and I'm thinking that I'll add a little bit more to the skirt. I have another event this year that I'm planning to wear this to. Yeah, and of course the giant sleeves, as you know, I love those so much. And I also made this little hair piece for it, a little hair accessory as well to go with it. Yeah, and ever since I cut my hair, it has been really nice to think of more like eccentric headpieces to wear. You know, and yeah, it was just really, really fun. I loved wearing this, can't wait to wear it again. And yeah, so those were my looks for the ball. I also would just add this in. This, I didn't really make it this year, or I didn't really make it in 2023, but I did finish it in 2023, and I feel like that matters. So mostly was just adding a zipper in the back, and I added the little accents, and I just kind of fixed it up and made it wearable, and I love it. Again, linen, gorgeous, this beautiful purple lavender color, just one of my favorites now. If you follow me on TikTok, which you should, I have a TikTok and an Instagram, also Mac Makes Stuff. I'll put them here. You would know that I had lost one of my favorite forest green skirts. Now, as a cottagecore girly, I feel like a green skirt is such a staple in my wardrobe, so I needed to make a new one because I couldn't last long without it. So I had a little series on my TikTok where I was recreating the skirt. So this is it. This is how it ends up. It was gorgeous, lovely, a staple in the wardrobe. I have since found that skirt, so now I have two, which the more the merrier. And I had also gone on holiday, so the next ones don't have videos or anything for them because I was just kind of sewing. But there's this nice little sundress. It was made out of a bedsheet. There are a couple like fit issues with it that I still need to work through. Otherwise, perfectly wearable as it is. And then this one was really fun. So I decided to make this little reversible bodice. Side is this gold tablecloth. The other side is this like red and green and blue like birds and roses and stuff. So that was really fun. I just thought that they went well together. I really like making bodices reversible, so then that way you can get like kind of a 2-for-1 thing going on there. And then I chose red lacing for it to go with the red flowers on the one side. We gotta talk about my Levi's and Princess Mononoke recreation denim jacket. I think this is just such a work of art. I just want to hang this up on my wall. I've worn it a couple of times and I just feel so cool every time. Like, oh, I love this thing so much. Please, yeah. So go watch the video for that of me doing this. I put so much work into it, and yeah, it's just turned out so good. Potentially one of my favorite things that I made in the past year, for sure. Yeah, so proud of this. Is my dress for Frock Tales. Go look and see if you have a local Frock Tales in your city. It's super fun. A bunch of sewists get together, wear pretty dresses, have a fun night out. This I made also from a duvet cover. It was floofy and frilly because like what else are you gonna wear for Frock Tales? And also I did this last year for Frock Tales as well, where I made like a coordinating bag. So this is the bag, and then I added more of the fabric inside. And then I also made a giant bow to go on the back. And I just thought that was so fun because, again, why not? When else are you gonna wear something so ridiculous? So that was what I wore, and I made it kind of detachable from the dress, so hopefully I can wear it for other occasions as well. Next, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the Hunger Games prequel movie came out, and I decided that I was gonna make a Lucy Gray cosplay. Basically, I had this bird like table runner that I had thrifted like years and years ago, and I was just like, oh, it's gorgeous, I hope I can use it for something. And then I know her bodice had like snakes and flowers on it, but I was like, oh, it kind of has the vibe. So I did that. The other side is mushrooms. This was a project that I wanted to use entirely from my stash, so I made a patchwork version of her rainbow dress. So these are all different scraps from different materials. You can see there's a little bit of the linen from my purple dress, the yellow from my gingham dress, a little bit of the red from my Uhura dress. Yeah, it was really fun to put together. I have a gathering foot, and I think it's one of my most favorite things, one of my most favorite tools that I use, because I just love putting gathers on everything. It's just, it's gotta have floof and frill. You gotta know that about me, okay? And this was a really quick thing that I did. This was just a petticoat to go under the skirt of my Lucy Gray bear dress. Very not well done, very unfinished. This was just something that I put together the day before just to have underneath. But I want to revisit the whole petticoat situation because I don't have like a full proper petticoat, and even just this one I feel like makes such a difference. Like I put it underneath like other skirts and dresses that I have, and it just adds a little something. So I need to hop on the petticoat train because it really just made such a difference. So we're gonna come back to this. Last but certainly not least, this is my party dress. So I got this beautiful purple silk organza. One of my good costuming friends had a party, so we had a little sewing crafternoon where we worked on our party dresses, and I decided that I was going to be just a giant jellyfish. It's all French seamed, which I'm very proud about, very clean finishings. And it's just tied at the back, and I also made these really pretty like pearl bows. I've attached them to little badge clips so I can move them around as well, like it's a coquette kind of look that I was going for here. That I can kind of wear it with anything underneath. A dress over jeans, like how would that look with this? You know what I mean? Like fun different ways to style it. It flows so beautifully again. I just feel like a beautiful, glamorous jellyfish when I wear this. You know, it is really satisfying to look at it just all kind of laid out like this, you know? I feel like a mother dragon just looking at my little treasures. Okay, so I have run the numbers, okay? I have looked at the data, and here's what we have. So in total, if we are talking about tops, skirts, pants, all of the pieces that I've made, accessories, that comes out to a total of 35 pieces in the year. And that is across 20 overall looks. So 35 pieces going into 20 looks. Not too bad, I think. Of those being accessories and props, 9. And I also decided to track what was new material versus thrifted or secondhand material. So I have 10 that I specifically went out and bought new material for a project. And then for thrifted and secondhand thing, that was 20. I decided to track what was casual wear, 11 clothing pieces as casual wear, and then 21 pieces as costume wear. And then I also tracked if I've like worn it or worn it to a specific event. So that's 19 in total, and that's like casual wear and
costume wear. And I also tracked if I used a pattern. So that's 15 that I used a pattern for. And then 19 things that I used a pattern, but I significantly modified it, or if I DIY'd a pattern for myself. And then finally, I just decided to track if I made a video on it. And that's 13 things that I made a video on. So yeah, those are kind of the numbers of the things that I made. So 35 pieces across 20 total looks, 9 accessories and props, 10 with new material, 20 with thrifted or secondhand material, 11 pieces for casual wear, 21 pieces for costume wear, 19 pieces have gotten a wearing outing, 15 used a pattern, 19 used a pattern that was significantly modified or DIY'd, and then 13 things I actually made a video on this channel for. So those are some of the numbers.
Yeah, so that was everything that I made in 2023. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for your support over the past year. It's been really, really fun to kind of put together these videos and show you kind of the content that I've been making. And I really appreciate all of your support and everyone who watches and comments on my videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, and comment down below what you want to see me do over the next year. I'm thinking I want to do a bit more behind the scenes of like me planning for some of my projects. So if you want to see a little bit more of my design process, any events that I go to, let me know what you want to see. If you want to see a little bit more of my like casual sewing for every day, or if you want to see more of my costume content, more fantasy things, let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram there, where I do a little bit more behind the scenes as I'm making things, so you get things just a little bit faster. Yeah, and I'm so excited for the next coming year, and I hope you'll join me for the next video. Bye!